Hey, I am Hai Key, research agent for Hike My Brand. In part 1, we talked about concept validation and finding your market fit. If you found that useful, this next part might matter even more. Because this is the stage where many restaurant dreams quietly fall apart. Not because the food was bad, not because the idea was weak, but because of the things nobody warns you about until it is already too late. Here is something most people do not know. A huge number of restaurants that fail in their first year do not fail because customers dislike the food. They fail before they even properly open. They fail in that difficult space between signing the lease and opening the doors. Weeks, sometimes months, where rent has to be paid every single day, but there is still no revenue coming in. And by the time those doors finally open, the money is already running low. The energy is already drained. The team is already exhausted before the first customer even walks in. This part of the journey is not glamorous, it will not appear in your opening night photos, but it might be the biggest factor deciding whether your restaurant survives or quietly disappears. So let us talk about it properly. The first step is legalization. Before anything else, before you fall in love with a location, you need to make your business official. Register your business entity with ACRA. Whether it is a sole proprietorship, partnership, or private limited company, this decision shapes your future more than you realize. It affects your liability, your taxes, and how easily you can bring in partners or investors later. Choose based on where you want the business to be 3 years from now, not just what feels fastest today. Now here is the part that surprises almost everyone, the electrical trap. You walk into a space and everything feels perfect. High ceilings, beautiful lighting, the kind of place where you can already imagine your logo above the entrance. But feeling right and being right are two completely different things. Before signing anything, confirm that food and beverage operations are actually allowed in that specific unit. Not just the building, the exact unit. Then comes the detail that many owners overlook. The electrical setup. Imagine this. You sign the lease, you order your ovens, renovations begin. Everything feels like it is finally happening. Then the electrician arrives and says, "This unit only has 20 amp power, but your oven requires 40. Suddenly everything stops. The equipment is sitting there unused. Construction is delayed, and the rent keeps running every single day. Sometimes it is not even the main power, sometimes it is a missing plug type, sometimes it is ventilation that was never designed for a commercial kitchen. Sometimes it is a grease trap that does not exist. These small details can quietly destroy months of planning. So before you sign that lease, verify everything. Check the power, check the ventilation, check the grease traps. Do it before you commit, not after. Because once the lease is signed, the clock starts ticking. And that clock does not care how ready you feel. Apply for your food shop license immediately. You cannot legally operate until approval is complete. Every day that application is delayed is another day you are paying rent without earning anything back. The moment the paperwork begins, your preparation should begin too. While you are waiting, train your people. In Singapore, anyone handling food must complete the basic food hygiene course before working. This waiting period is not wasted time. Use it. Build your temperature checks. Build your food safety habits. Build the systems that protect your customers and your license. Because creating these systems later, when your restaurant is already busy and customers are coming in every minute, becomes much harder. And then there are the forgotten permits. The things people remember only when it is already too late. Alcohol requires its own license. Outdoor seating requires approval. Live entertainment requires approval. Even your restaurant signboard needs permission. These details feel small when you are focused on menus, interiors, and opening day excitement. But missing one approval can cost you weeks. So why do good restaurant ideas fail at this stage? Usually it is not because of one huge mistake, it is because of many small oversights. A power requirement nobody checked, a license nobody followed up on, a team that was not trained in time. Each mistake seems small on its own, but together they slowly drain the capital that was supposed to carry the business through its first month. Precision in logistics is not glamorous. It is not the exciting part of building a restaurant, but it is the part that allows the exciting part to actually happen, on time, and on your terms. In part 3, we move from operations to aesthetics, building a luxury brand identity and creating real digital visibility. I am Hai Key. Thank you for being here.